Hey all you little chibis out there, Key here. Tomorrow is December 21st, 2012, which could mean a variety of things. First of all, it is the winter solstice, my favorite time of year, but more notably, as most of you probably already know, it's the end of the Mayan calendar, or also supposedly the end of the world, oncoming apocalypse or whatever. Um, Also, tomorrow is the first day of armageddicon, which is, in case you weren't aware, an anime convention here in Columbus, Ohio. Now, in order to celebrate this fun day that I'm bound to have tomorrow, hold on, let me turn on the brightness. Much better. I'm going to give you guys a little con survival guide. I'm going to go over what you need to bring with you, con etiquette, what to do and what definitely not to do, and finally just overall what you can expect. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to be packing my bag as I tell you, and I personally am not sleeping at the hotel because I live really close, like 15-20 minutes, and because I didn't book a room very early and I was just like, it was expensive, I said fuck that. So if you are staying at the actual hotel, it'll change a little bit. I'll try to mention some things that you'll need to know. But for the most part, I'm sleeping at my house. So, yeah. Alright, first things first, I suggest you print off a copy of the panel schedule or main events and all that ahead of time. That way you can go through with a highlighter and you can highlight anything that sounds interesting, especially for the first day, because they do have copies there. But when you first arrive, there are some things that you may want to go to right away that you would otherwise maybe miss. So I suggest you print it off from the convention website, get yourself a highlighter, and then go through and mark which panels and stuff you are thinking about going to. I normally do this a week or so ahead of time, but I still haven't printed it off yet. But yeah, also another thing you may need to print off are 1, directions, 2, figure out where parking is, how much parking costs, make sure that where you are parking is okay for the convention, that you're not just parking some McDonald's parking lot for 3 days, because your car will get towed if you do that. Yeah. Also, if you pre-registered, which I did for armageddicon, and I would suggest you print off the confirmation email, or if you are giving tickets, make sure you print those off as well. And that way when you go into the pre-reg line, you can just show them, and it's a lot faster for them and easier and quicker, and it just makes things much more smooth. So make sure you print off all that. It's a lot of papers. It's not as bad as it sounds, don't worry. And then make sure, no matter, I know you're probably going to be prepared before you go, if you're staying at home that is. You're going to be in your costume, you're going to have your makeup on and all that. Bring little travel kits and makeup to carry around with you. Highly suggested. I've been to tons of conventions, and every single time I've needed makeup. Alright? Whether it be smearing from sweat, or you just rubbing your eyes, or it just flakes or wears off over time, or you realize you forgot something, you just need to add on. You name it, makeup. These I actually just bought at the dollar store today. Best place to go for preparing for a convention, dollar store, because as you know, conventions can be very expensive. Between cosplays, paying for rooms, badges, all that. So I suggest just going to the dollar store to pick up little miscellaneous items like this. Like, I got little palettes for $1. I'm also bringing eyeliner, stuff that I already had, you know, all that fun stuff. So apparently I have a glue stick, don't know why I have that, but yeah. And then another thing you will need, eye drops. Now the reason why I say this is there's actually a large number of reasons. If you wear specialty contact lenses, they may bother your eyes, and You will need eye drops. I suggest you bring your contacts case with you too, just in case you want to take them out in case they bother you. If you have allergies, I know it's been raining all day today, and so tomorrow my allergies may pick up. This is why I'm bringing eye drops, and then also I'm bringing tissues. I got an 8-pack of these for $1 at the dollar store. Real cheap, easy to grab. Just get a little packet of these, real simple. Throw it in your bag with you. You will need them. Also, tissues are great for not only if you have runny nose, runny eyes, watery eyes, but fixing makeup as well. They're really nice. Eating snacks, like I'll cover that later. Sometimes nice to have tissues, something to wipe your hands with in case there's no napkins available, because it will be crowded. Yeah, or if you get something on your hands, you never know. It's nice to have something like tissues, paper towels, something with you, because you don't know what you're gonna spill on yourself, whatever. I don't have one personally, but I also would suggest a Tide-to-Go pen for similar reasons if you spill food on your cosplay. As you know, cosplays can either be very expensive or very difficult to make, or both. So if you spill something, you want to make sure you can get it off. So Tide-to-Go is a good thing to have. I don't have one personally, but that's fine. I'll survive. Another thing, this sounds kind of gross, but I suggest you get anti-gas pills, because you never know. If you're living off of like fast food and Pocky for the entire weekend, you don't know what's going to be going on in your stomach. So I suggest you bring those, because no one likes a smelly cosplayer. Or, I mean, honestly, no one likes a stinky nerd. I mean, come on. Same reason. Oh, please, please, please bring deodorant. I beg of you. Make sure you shower every day, brush your teeth, whatever. Bring deodorant, okay? Yeah, just please. There's so many people who go to conventions and they just smell so bad. They get that con funk going on, and it's just no one wants to be with near them. Yeah, people start going a 10-foot radius around them because they just smell so bad. Please, I'm begging of you, for not only your sake, but everyone who has to be around you, bring deodorant and possibly gum, just in case, breath, and gas pills. You don't want to smell, because it'll just turn a great weekend into a extremely uncomfortable one for not only you, but everyone around you, because it's just embarrassing. Also bring chapstick. No one likes it when you're walking around and you suddenly have chapped lips and it's just awkward and they start cracking. It's just gross, especially if the convention's in the winter, like this one. It's actually pretty warm out considering it's December, but chapstick's really nice to have. This is EOS, I don't know how to say it. They're really nice. My lips are really picky. They don't like a lot of certain types of chapsticks. Burt's Bees is really good too, but it's really expensive. Yes, it looks like an egg. You open it up. It's kind of curved. I've used it a lot, so it's fairly small now. But yeah, you just like that, and it works really well. It's not too oily, which I like a lot about it. It doesn't, and it's not real hard either. It's like waxy. It's perfect medium. It doesn't irritate your mouth or anything at all. Next, the camera. Even if you do have your phone with you, the phone cameras tend to suck. I'm gonna be honest. Suggest bringing like a regular camera with you, because there will be lots of really cool cosplays, lots of really cool skits. You name it, you're gonna want a camera. I use this thing like crazy for every convention I go to. And then whenever I forget, I use my phone, and I'm always disappointed because everything's all pixely and terrible quality. So, decent camera. Don't bring a really expensive one with you. Please. It's gonna get stolen. Don't do it. Yeah. Similar to the highlighter, bring a pen, and I'd suggest like an extra piece of paper or two. You'd be surprised, like random things that you find out you need it for. Writing things down that you think of, like anime you hear about but you want to write down because you know you're not going to be able to remember the name of, I don't know, just like random stuff. You'd be amazed what you find. Suggest bringing this, pen and paper, or you don't, even if you don't bring paper, it's not a big deal. You can always write it in the little pamphlet you normally get when you register for your badge. Now this I just bought. It's Hollywood tape. It's extremely expensive. It was $15 for this little pack. Here, gotta keep going too far to the side. But what it is I call it boob tape. If you're a girl, or even a guy, you have your costume open in the front. What you do is you use this tape to keep things closed. Alright, so nothing falls out. If you're a guy, suggest using this if your area down there is potentially exposable. Yeah, go with this. Also, it's really nice for keeping things in one place. For example, if you have scarves, armbands, you name it, it keeps it where it's at, and it works a lot better than regular tape. I've used regular tape for years. This is actually my first time using this stuff. It does work really, really well, but it is super expensive. I got it at my closest fabric store, Joanne Fabrics. If you find an off-brand version of this that works, please tell me. I don't want to go broke because of tape. Scotch tape, masking tape, they work okay for keeping clothing bits together, but for skin, not so much. So, Hollywood tape, that's what's called. I call it boob tape. An important must-have. I always bring tape with me to every convention I go to. I always use it, whether it be binding for cross-playing, helping keep things closed, you name it. This stuff is amazing. Also, be prepared for the weather, alright? You don't know, your wigs might melt if it's too hot. If it's pouring rain, make sure you have an umbrella. I'm bringing one tomorrow because I don't know, it's probably gonna rain. Bring hairspray. That's my next thing, actually. I don't have it with me. It doesn't really matter what kind, just bring a type of hairspray, because humidity, whatever your wigs, even if you're using regular hair, it might become a disastrous mess. Or if you are using a wig, I suggest you bring detangler too. The longer it is, the more tangled it's gonna get. That's just the way it works. So bring detangler and a brush. Just do it, trust me. Wigs tend to get ridiculous. Even if you are cosplaying as a boy, bring a comb or something, because wigs get out of hand. I've had a wig start melting on me once because it was too hot out. I've had wigs just get unbelievably tangled. The hairspray to keep the spikes held in start coming out, and so I use hairspray gel. Yeah, make sure you have everything you need for your hair, keeping your face all pretty. Bring extra underwear. I don't care how much you feel like you need. If you're staying at the hotel, I mean, if you're just going there during the day and then going back home at night, you don't need to. But if you're staying at the hotel, bring extra, please. What else? Money. Make sure you bring your wallet. This beautiful thing, okay? Your wallet at a convention is your life source. Without it, you're not gonna be able to get your badge. So, ID. If you pre-registered, make sure you have your ID, a form of ID in there. Yeah, don't forget that. That's really, really important. You're not gonna be able, without your money, you're not gonna be able to get a badge. You're not gonna be able to get food, hotel room, you name it. You're not gonna be able to get anything in the dealers or artist room, parking. As I said earlier, conventions are very expensive. Make sure you have plenty of money with you. I'd suggest having $30 to $40 for parking alone. Set aside $50 to $80 for food. Or do what I do and bring your own food. I'm still going to be buying some food there, but I'm bringing Lunchables personally, because if you refrigerate them overnight, they're perfectly fine leaving them in your bag all day. I've done this for years. It sounds gross. There's so much preservatives in Lunchables, they're perfectly fine. I always do this, because because they're made for kids to put them in their backpacks and forget about them for however long, and then find them and be like, oh, Lunchable, and just try to eat it. That's what little kids do because they're dumbasses. Yeah, they're great to bring with you. Plus they have, some of them come with like drinks, a snack, and a little mini meal thing. I'm also bringing, personally, I'm bringing like applesauce cups, fruit cups, and just like juice boxes. Putting them in my backpack. So yeah, bring snacks. It helps a lot with the money thing. It can save you a ton of cash because food does get expensive. Basically, do everything you can to save money. Like for example, when you go to the dealer's room, don't buy everything you see. You're gonna want to, but don't do it. Save your money. Don't spend everything on the first day. That's bad. That's just a bad idea. Also, I'd suggest bring extra pins, like pins, actually, also bobby pins for your hair and for your wigs and stuff. But pins as in sewing material or like a needle and thread. You never know if a seam's gonna rip. I've seen that happen to someone before. Their entire crotch of their pants for their costume, they bought it real cheap, and it just tore right open when they sat down. It was really bad. They didn't have anything with them. Luckily, someone nearby did have a safety pins, but it looked really weird, and just, you don't want that to happen to you. Make sure you have pins and sewing materials with you to do quick patch ups. Also, you don't know if some fangirl's gonna come along and be like, oh, I love your costume, grab it and just tear something off. That's happened before. It's not fun. It makes me very angry. What else? Jacket. I have a list in case you're wondering why I keep looking down. See? Oh, this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Make a list so you don't forget things. It's just doing that ahead of time. Anyway, jacket. It's for when you're walking in the building. It's gonna be cold outside. You can always take it off and put it in your bag so you don't have to worry about it. But bring a jacket, and also bring headache stuff. It's very noisy. Lots of people. You may get a headache. Bring like Tylenol or something to help that. Oh, bring water. Water. Make sure you drink lots of water while you're there. You don't want to be passing out from dehydration. Because it is very hot. Because it's very crowded. Lots of people. Especially if you're planning on going to the rave or the dance. Drink lots of water. Okay? Safety first. Lots of water. And don't accept anything from strangers. I don't care how cool their costume is. If they're handing out free cookies, don't take them. They're more than likely laced with something. There are tons of con horror stories of people who've eaten candy or whatever that someone's given out, and that's been laced with stuff. Or someone's handing out water bottles that have been open. Like, just don't drink out of anyone's water bottle or anything that you don't know. Just don't do it. It's bad. Okay? Then people have been raped because they accepted cookies from someone and they had, like, drugs in them, and it's just not good. And then check for props. Make sure any props that you have are allowed in the convention. Check the rules on the convention website. There are certain requirements for height. Every con I've been to has said no live steel. It's okay if it's in the sheath normally, but you don't want to be taking out of that sheath and swinging it around. That's bad. If it's live steel, keep it sheathed or in your car. I suggest you do foam swords, whatever. If you have a gun, it has to have an orange tip, or it has to be like clearly a fake gun. Can't be capable of shooting BBs, pellets, water, anything at anybody, even lasers. And I think OhioCon's saying no to any form of gun because of something that went on. And then also OhioCon is saying no to body paint, at least on arm stuff, because someone went around hugging people with white costumes out when they had body paint that wasn't properly applied, so it got all over and ruined their costume. So now you're not allowed to have that. Just check the rules, because every convention is different. They do change them year to year, because there's always that one person who ruins it for everyone. Yeah. So there's that. I think I've got everything. Yeah. Oh, if you're staying at the hotel, make sure to bring any medication that you will need. I mean, I could go on and on about all the stuff you're gonna need, but that's just a general idea of what you need to bring with you. As for con etiquette, you know what's cool and what's not cool. Don't go running around screaming in the hallways. There are people there at the convention who aren't with the convention. There are people just staying in the hotel who are normal. Be nice to them. Don't do anything rude. That could ruin it. The location that the convention's held at may say, hey, we don't want you guys here next year because you were so rude to our customers. So be nice. Alright? Don't go shouting penis down the hallway, because that's just immature and rude. And then charge your phone ahead of time. See, I'm charging mine right now. Make sure you charge it in your car or at home or in your room. Don't sit there in the middle of the hallway with your phone charger plugged into the wall, blocking the path. It pisses people off and it's extremely rude. Just don't do it. No. And if you have your laptop, don't sit there in the middle of the hallway with it. It's with it plugged into the wall again. It's rude. Don't do it. It pisses people off. And you'll likely get yelled at by con security. Also, same idea for pictures. Don't stand in the middle of the damn hallway. You're gonna get yelled at, or people are gonna be pissed and shove you out of the way. Go off to the side of the hall, or ask the person to go somewhere else to take the picture, like outside or something, because it's fine if you stop and go off to the side of the hallway, but don't stand there in the middle and wait for them to take your picture, because you're blocking everyone's path. There's thousands of people there. People have places to go. They don't have time to sit there waiting on you. So don't do it. Also, don't do stupid things that you know are. If you have to think about it or ask, don't do it. It's just a general rule of thumb. Like, don't throw things at people you don't know. Don't steal things. Just, yeah, common sense. Be nice. Don't be rude. Try not to smell, preferably. Make sure you eat and drink plenty of water. No one wants you passing out. Make sure you sleep. Get at least 3 hours of sleep, I would say, each night. And then, because we all know that you don't really sleep that much at conventions, but I'd say at least 3 hours minimum. Oh yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I hope if you're planning on going to a convention, you have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble. Yeah, be nice to people and you'll have all sorts of fun. It's a great time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.